In an era when pain was real and legends were made the hard way, one man stood ringside through it all, the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. He's managed the icons, seen the blood, and lived the battles. But when he names the 5 toughest wrestlers of all time, you know this isn't just another list. It's a confession from inside the heart of wrestling's Golden War. These are the names that never broke, even when everything else did. Toughness fades with time, but legends don't. If you still believe in the old-school spirit of wrestling, hit that like button. Share this with every wrestling fan, you know. And tell us in the comments who's your toughest wrestler of all time. In the world of professional wrestling, toughness isn't just about muscle or power. It's about endurance, pain tolerance, and heart. And when the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, one of wrestling's greatest managers, reveals his list of the 5 toughest wrestlers he's ever managed or faced, you know it's going to be legendary. Let's step back into time and uncover the names that made even Jimmy Hart say, "That guy was tough as nails." Jimmy Hart introduction. Born in Jackson, Mississippi, Jimmy Hart became a key figure in 1980s and 1990s, wrestling managing icons from Hulk Hogan to the Hart Foundation. And through that journey, he saw wrestlers who defined what it meant to survive. Toughest 1, Hulk Hogan. Hogan's toughness wasn't just physical, it was psychological. Carrying the WWF on his shoulders through the golden era, fighting night after night, sometimes twice a day across states. Even when the cameras were off, he lived for the fight. Toughest 2, Bret Hart. Bret Hart's technical precision and in-ring storytelling made him the backbone of the 90s WWF era. His Iron Man match with Shawn Michaels, his battles with Stone Cold each bout proved that toughness isn't about brute strength, it's about heart. When blood ran down his face, Bret smiled. That's real toughness. Toughest 3, King Kong Bundy. Standing at 6'4", over 450 pounds, Bundy was an unstoppable wall of power. Jimmy Hart saw him take brutal hits during his cage matches with Hogan and still walk out head held high. Toughest 4, Honky Tonk Man. As the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of his era, Honky Tonk survived beatdowns, humiliation, and fan hatred and never cracked. His toughness wasn't just in his body, it was in his confidence. Toughest number 5, Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Jim the Anvil Neidhart, with his explosive energy and brute strength, gave the Hart Foundation their edge. He was the wall that stood firm when matches turned violent. Behind the list. Jimmy's list isn't about fame or titles, it's about grit, pain, and passion. From the muscle of Hogan to the technical genius of Bret, from Bundy's power to Honky's resilience, to Anvil's fire, these men defined what it means to be tough. Tribute style. They fought not just opponents, but pain, exhaustion, and time itself. And in Jimmy Hart's words, these 5 names will live forever in the story of wrestling's toughest warriors. Toughness isn't about never falling. It's about standing every single time you do. Decades have passed. But the spirit of those warriors still echoes through every arena, every ring, every cheer. They were tough. Not because they never fell, but because they never stayed down. If you still believe in the golden days of wrestling, smash that like button, subscribe for more stories from the legends, and tell us in the comments, who's your pick for the toughest wrestler of all time? This was wrestling.